Okay, we are live.
Then,
I forgot to do the 3, 2, 1. Sorry. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. I am
Ellie,
Bugboy14, and I just realized I forgot to grab a musical piece to play back.
dang it.
What's the most recent one that you posted? Music. Load faster. The Discord's being really slow right now. Sure, we'll do Ancient 2.
Oh yeah, I found that one. That's another one that's good. All good.
Yeah, this will be our background music for this particular stream.
Low key realizing how powerful the mom is with the boons and the feats I gave her.
How my audio levels are doing. It's
How
slightly
do
overpowering my voice. Doing that. There we go. That's a little better. Then again, I'm talking quietly, so.
indeed?
Also, apologies for everyone watching this stream either now or in the future. I have bad sinuses today, so you might hear sniffling. That's. I have nothing to do. There's nothing I can do about that. I've already taken the antidote, so. It is what it is. Okay, so we both actually have a new project today, and it would be doing what it did before, which is reorganizing.
Yes.
Um, do you want me to still keep the battle tactics notes around?
For me and Raiju, yes.
Okay. Can I put them somewhere at least then, so they're just staring me in the face every time I open this?
Oh, agreed. Yes, yes, yes.
Where would you like them to go? Overrules, useful normal info, what?
I think useful info.
Unless you'd rather me just drag them into the timeline one character instead.
Useful info.
Okay. I'll put them in the useful info thing. Make. So just below. Yeah, you know what? Actually, well, that's not what I meant to do. Paste. That's also not what I meant to do. But let's try to move around. Okay. Yeah, it'll be what it'll be. So let me just go ahead and put those. Battle tactics. Notes. With one S. Do you spell English with two S's or one S?
1S.
Okay. I don't know why in my brain I tend to think of two S's.
Well, that's perfectly okay.
Yeah. Okay, and now in useful info, so I'm for hyphen.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm also going to put blues clues in there too. Yeah. Okay. So, um, why is my brain not working? Oh, question. What rarity is the bottled comet, which is the one Brackenheim item?
Hold on. I'll actually P-O-P-P-O-E-D. P-O-M-E-D. No, not X. I don't damn it. Not bootlet.
Ugh. This is relaxing.
There.
Right. Got it. Putting it with the rare items. Items. Rare. Edit.
I was working on that, I remember, for a long time.
The delirium stuff, yeah. Uh-oh. You sound vaguely upset. Are you vaguely upset?
No, not really. That was me yawning.
Oh, okay.
I was just stretching. There we go.
Okay. Also out here, just chest. We're also working on Elven High Magic, which we have already kind of discussed, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to share with the group, or the group being the live stream, what we have already talked about, or do you want me to do it?
You do it.
Okay. Well, for those of you out there who do not know, Elven High Magic is a thing that exists. Is an interesting thing. It has lots and lots of lore attached to it, though none of its actual rules are within D&D 5e. There were rules for it in 3.5, but we're not using the rules in 3.5. We're going to take the lore for it as is and incorporate it into 5th edition, which is actually easier than you might think. Once you actually start to get into it, as you actually found out when I was explaining it earlier. We're going to piggyback off of the normal ritual casting system that's in D&D 5e and just expand it with the avenue of if someone is skilled in Elven High Magic.
I'm excited.
Yes. Now, how someone becomes skilled in Elven High Magic is interesting because it doesn't actually come from it. It comes from a very specific circumstance and a specific training method. Though, in a way, it almost operates like an epic boon. So we'd probably put it under epic boons if we actually wrote it.
I was about to say, like, that would be weird if Kathanks gets another boon.
However, it's not just an epic boon, though. It would be an epic boon that is unlocked after certain specific prerequisites, like the whole Dragon Ascension boon. And do you remember what those prerequisites are?
Dragon Ascension or the Elven?
The Elven.
Elven one is required a lot. I believe it's 100 or 200 years of meditation.
You require 100
500
to 200 years of very specific training from someone who is already skilled in the Elven High Magic, who can then train you in the ways of Elven High Magic, and also, you must be some form of elf. Doesn't matter what kind of elf, you need to be some form of elf, even half-elf counts.
It's interesting that half-elf counts.
Normally, Laura, half-elf doesn't count, because of Finreal's influence, it now does. For information on why I specify that, go watch Elven lore videos by Mr. Rex. You'll be able to see pretty quickly, or at least maybe not pretty quickly, but in his videos, he does cover half elves and what they mean for Elven kind, and the two different groups about it, two different thoughts about it. I remember the bow of Dragon Character was a very rare magic item, but I always felt it like wasn't worth it. If I remember correctly,
I think you bumped it down.
I think I bumped it down and made it more powerful.
That's what I remember.
I don't know. Let me read it. So, bow of Dragon Capture, weapon Ultra Warbow. This is a +2 Ultra Warbow carved from the thigh bone of a huge or larger dragon. Thus, it is cumbersome to shoot and gains a heavy weapon power. It requires the monstrous weaponry training feat to wield proficiently. And when wielded in this manner, the shooter can use its strength or dexterity to fire the bow. If an arrow fired from this bow deals damage to a creature, that creature must make a DC 25 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, they lose 1 point of strength, constitution, and dexterity, as well as gain 1 point of exhaustion.
Oh, right, it's this bow.
Yeah, I improved it, if I remember correctly. If this hits a dragon, they must make a DC 35 Constitution saving throw, or lose 2 points of strength, constitution, and dexterity, and gain 1 level of exhaustion on a failed save. Critical hits against dragons with this weapon deal 3 times the weapon dice instead of 2, and the dragon loses 2 additional strength, dexterity, and constitution, regardless of if they make the DC 35 con save or not. All of these reductions of stats go away after the target takes a long rest.
This, I believe, was the weapon I literally said, just like, yeah, it is okay, but the way you made it is just like, God forbid a dragon comes near it, it will just die.
Yep, arrows used by the bow of Dragon Capture have to be specifically crafted for this weapon or else risk burning it on fire. These arrows are 5 times the price in weight, though they can be made of an exotic material. So that's the last little bit.
The funny thing is, Cathangus has this bow.
I almost feel it should do higher base damage. Granted, the warbow is already a 1d12.
I think you increased it by doing a 2d6.
No.
4d6.
Oh, wait, I increased it because I made an ultra warbow, which is 2d12.
Yeah.
Okay.
So originally just a regular warbow.
2d12 base damage, meaning if you do a crit, it's 6d12 base damage.
Remember your exact words where it looks big, it looks like an ultra warbow, it's just an ultra warbow.
Yeah. It has a crit. I'll also increase its crit rate. I will do so. So, I added in the rule that says it has a crit range of +2, typically 18 to 20, if being aimed at a dragon.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, now this actually feels like a dragon hunting bow. Which, for reference, dragon hunters above the rank of young actually have this as part of their standard armament.
There was a time where Cathangus did get this. He still does have this. He was looking at it, wondering if he should use it, but is trying to sell it, I think, right now.
Yeah. This is also one of the weapons that will show up under the Dragon Bane spell.
Oh. Right.
Yeah, because Dragon Bane specifically shows up, shows off any weapon that's made of dragon parts, or that is made to kill dragons. And this does both. So yeah, no, this fits very rare, given the souped up version I gave. Though I will admit the grammar in it is not the best.
There's another joke that it is Fizbane that wrote the grammar. He should be better than this.
Yeah. Yes, I have personal projects I want to do right now, but am I going to do them? No, because I have to do organization. I need to fix the bug before I begin my personal projects. Which I think know what personal project is, don't you?
I'm not being pushy with that.
Not the high magic, no. That's not what I'm going to do. If you want help with the high magic, by the way, I'm willing to give you help.
I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do, but I'm being patient. Is all I'm doing.
Oh, I can give you direction. So, what I would do is I would open up a note, like a separate handout, like make a new mysterious note, and just start writing things about Elven High Magic that you know. Just like write down everything about it. And everything we talked about before about it. And then I'll give you a good groundwork to work with.
I'm gonna try my best.
Also, try not to include mentions of Cathangliths in the note.
I'm going to try my best.
Okay. Let me know when you've accomplished what I just told you to do. And I'll look over it and give you my notes.
Trying to figure out where to even place the note.
You don't need to worry about where to place the note for now. Just make the note in the general folder and then just go with that.
Is it called handout? I'm seeing character handout PDF and folder.
What?
For add, it just shows character handout PDF folder. Is it handout?
Yes, it's handout.
Alright, just making sure.
Yeah, just make a new handout and then just right there. I've never actually tried PDF. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what that entails. Oh, right, this thing. I know this thing. The Bow of Drinking.
It's not only for like one character and let's lose backup.
It's not only for one character, but there's only one instance of this bow in the world, I can tell by Lose Backup. But it is an item that is, I remember, I think it's like very rare or legendary. It can be reproduced. It's just, Blue's backup character has the prototype of it. And the rest of his family is dead, and he doesn't know how to make it. So it would take like a good artificer grabbing it and then figuring out how to reverse engineer it for it to be made. But it could be made reasonably.
I agree.
Yeah. I also offered, by the way, when Sortu wanted to join Timeline 2, if he just wanted to play his backup character in Timeline 2, and he said no, I want to be the entirely person. I was like, okay. As we went with the whole trickster thing. Yeah, the Bow of Genki's legendary. I forgot about that.
I wrote that down.
Yeah, they got written down there. Or did you mean that you put it in the legendary note?
I thought I put it in the legendary notes.
Bow of It's one of my favorite weapons. I'm waiting for someone to get this from a loot box because it's one of my favorite weapons in the game, concept-wise. Do you know why? Yeah, its exact capabilities are entirely dependent on your alignment, which is one of the only items in the game that does that. Like,
There was a couple in 3.5 that I saw.
yeah, it doesn't look for a specific alignment. It just gives you different effects depending on it, which is really interesting.
It is interesting that they haven't done that since like 3.5 or something.
Yeah.
Like, there are things that choose you if you're a certain alignment, but there's nothing that's like, this is multi-purpose and changes what it does based on alignment and like how it mechanically functions.
Right, and Sword 2 gave me the base design, and I just rolled with it, and I made my own ideas with it. And I pulled specific inspiration for this bow, too. Which is where some of its actual abilities come from. And can you, do you know what the actual, inspiration is? Have I ever told you?
I thought at first you said Breath of the Wild, and then I remember you saying no.
Yeah, it's not Breath of the Wild, no. But it is a Nintendo property. That gives you a hint.
Oh. Actually trying to think.
It's a Nintendo property that came out around Breath of the Wild, but is not a Legend of Zelda game.
I know it's on the tip of my tongue.
It's also someone who is known for using the bow.
Why gotta say the name? I'm like, oh, it's the. Oh, no.
Can you describe the individual that you're thinking of?
Fluffy.
Who?
I was like, is it Fluffy? It's not Fluffy.
It's not Fluffy.
Also, Bug, I joked about this. I'm gonna DM you something. I'm gonna say something.
Okay, I'm waiting.
That's what I joked about.
Go check that.
Funnily enough, it does fit the themes of the Void Ocean, which is tension.
Nice. That's not actually the music I use for it, but that's nice. I more use the one Dragon Man piece.
I don't know why I like this theme. It just, whenever you talked about it, the one thing you brought up the most is tension. I'm like, yeah, this theme fits it.
Okay. But do you give up on guessing?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Kid Icarus.
Of course!
Kid Icarus's bow, actually. Which is
It even
shown.
looks like it.
Yeah, which is also shown in the Genki bow and how you can actually split the Genki bow into two short swords that retain their properties. So you can either have it be a bow that you can fire to get the combined properties of both, or split it into two individual swords that each have their own individual properties, each corresponding to their alignment, as I mentioned. So it's literally just the bow that Kid Icarus uses from the Smash Brothers games, as well as from his actual game. Which, believe it or not, I did actually own and play Kid Icarus Uprising.
Same.
Yeah.
Also, yes, Trickle, watch your cool get it, and just becomes Pitu.
Heck, it even has the mechanic in there of you do not use ammo for this weapon. Instead, when the user wishes to fire it, it can be drawn from the crystals itself to fire the bow.
I think there was the cheese strat I told you about this bow, in which, like, why don't you just fire all shots and then split it apart when you're done? That way you don't accidentally activate the effect of when it runs out of charges.
Right, which is, you call that a cheese stat, I just call that being efficient with your equipment. But yeah, no, that works.
You don't even have to worry about it failing on you. Just use it the amount of times, and then you just use it the way it should be also used.
Right, regains 1d10 charges at dawn. You can also cheese it a bit with being in Finru's workshop with this thing to refill charges faster. But try to fire the bow without any charges. You can do so, but you must roll 1d6 with a 1. Bow explodes. I forgot.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is something you have to, like, I don't want to die.
So the handle is split in half with the best, allowing you to use 2 halves of the bow as dual-wielding katana, each gaining the bonus damage corresponding to the color. I forgot I listed as katana and that short sword. It should probably be short sword, let's be honest. Not katana.
The fact that if you're true neutral, it has another effect for you. That's what I remember the most.
True neutral is the only one that doesn't really have a big spectacular bonus to it. Because
It just doubles damage.
No. See, the reason why I listed the 20d6 if both neutral is because otherwise you'd be taking 10d6 from each damage type. But if you're true neutral, that means that both of the damage types are force. So why would you only take 10d6 from it if there's only one damage type? But it's because you're true neutral. So I had to list it separately. It's not like it gets worse if you're true neutral, and I had to put an exception in there, otherwise someone like Surtur would say, but there's only one damage type. Do I only take 10d6 instead of 20d6? You get what I mean?
And I think
Go ahead.
I think the way I went around this was, this is a weapon you want to have, but not want to have used against you.
Right. This is also a weapon that you kind of don't root for when you're looking for a legendary item, but you never turn it down when you are given it. It's like, it's never a bad item to get, but it's not really an item you look out to get, if that makes sense.
I mean, that's the case with all legendaries for me. None of the legendaries are actually bad in my eyes.
Right, but there are certain ones that you look to get more often than others. For example, like the Ring of 30 Witches.
I'm happy I got the one legendary item from Jaden, which, it's just like, please give me this. It's just like, yes, I get the gold canary figure of wondrous power.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna ask why I didn't use it yet, situational. I'm using it when I feel it calls for the situation.
Yeah, and to be fair, even where you are, Cathanglus has yet to feel like he's in danger.
I think he even said, I don't feel any stress here.
Right. And I think part of that is because you knowing that Yukari and Finn are constantly watching you and they're looking out. What's your favorite damage type combination? Sorry, what's your favorite alignment combination of your
It's just it was like it was what I call like the freaking
You called that eh?
Oh, I was trying to think of what I called it. What was it? Rainbow's light or something. Chaotic good.
Chaotic good. So that is chaotic, which is psychic damage. That when the person is on, when this weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions in the 3 of you can't be surprised. Basically, it's a weapon of alarm. A weapon of warning. That's what it is. So you get the effect of a weapon of warning, in addition to radiance, which is chaotic good, and the target gets illuminated until the end of the turn, and it's dim light out to a radius of 10 feet. Right. and while illuminating cannot benefit from invisibility. So it's a combination of weapon of warding and fairy fire on your shots.
I love it though.
Yeah. My favorite combination is just the go down and stay down, which is lawful evil.
I mean, it's also fitting each of the damage types for each of the alignments.
Right. For those that
Do you have...
sorry, go ahead.
Do you have lawful evil? And that tactic actually seems like something a lawful evil character would do.
Well, yes, and can I say why I like this combination?
Yes.
Because not only I'm actually going to raise the DC up, by the way. Not only are you smacking them with a DC 20 con save to make them potentially become paralyzed, but you're also ensuring they can't be healed until they're unparalyzed. Basically. And yeah, I'm raising it to DC 20.
I mean, yeah, each of these combinations just seems like something that alignment would do. It's all fitting of that spectrum.
Alright. I'm also going to improve the evil one, because I realize it's not actually that good.
This is a weird case in which evil is, I know evil is necrotic. I was about to say, is evil radiant? No, good is radiant.
Right. The DC 15, by the way, was a remnant of back when this used to be rare.
Oh?
Yeah. One moment. I'm just typing.
Of course. It still looks like the ancient bow from Legend of Zelda.
I don't agree with that. By the way, that coloration specifically would align to neutral good. True neutral. That's why it's double blue.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, let me read the colors. So chaotic is rainbow, neutral is clear. So, not blue. Lawful is a regular gradient / pattern of colors. And evil is deepest black. Evil is deepest black, while good is bright white. So, black, white, even gradients, rainbow, and clear.
This is clear?
That's evidently a clear bow, yes.
That's cool.
Yeah. Which also it vaguely looks like it's powered by Ethereum.
I knew.
You know what? I'm going right down to the lore.
Oh god, that'll affect all the arrows.
I'll just add into the lore. The bow has all the properties of Ethereum. There we go.
shots on top of this never miss.
Yep. Which would explain what the crystals are, actually, because it says it's powered by crystal. But that was never explained before. Now we know, they're Ethereum crystals. I'm improving the effects, by the way. Is what I'm currently doing. Okay, so, I improved the effects. Could you read the new Radiant, Necrotic, Lightning, and Psychic? Because they now have improved effects. Force I didn't touch. Actually, you know what? I will improve Force like. Okay, there. I changed the right one. So now, look at all 5 of the damage type. All 5 of the things, if you can.
Give me a moment. I need to reset.
Go ahead.
Give me a moment. I need to reset roll 20 quickly.
There. Go ahead. I forget, does whistling bother you?
My ears are sensitive, but I can ignore it.
Okay, then I will try not to whistle.
No, I don't want to annoy anyone.
You're not annoying.
To be fair.
I usually am not used to being able to whistle anyway, just because most people are annoyed by it.
I don't know why, I just have sensitive hearing.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do. Hold on, very quickly. Can I do something about?
What are you about
I'm
to
gonna do something very, very quickly. Take you. And see if I can. Did I get rid of it? Okay, good, I did it. If you wanna know what I did, I basically just... I want to strip all the color background from it, so that it just basically is readable.
Okay.
Not having this, like, pale gray effect over it, where it's, like, very hard to see.
Oh! Yeah, great. Okay.
But now I made it, bolder, if, you can see it now.
You can turn on light mode or dark. You can turn light mode and dark mode on or off.
I'm slow to realize that. Sorry. Okay, so... What does it mean by regular gradient patterns of color?
As in, you know how there's those LED lights that go in a pattern on like Christmas times?
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like it's going to the colors of the rainbow, but it's doing it at regular intervals across the thing, where it's like just a very regular, like a barber pole.
Oh, so like in a pattern.
Basically, it's a very orderly display of the rainbow. Yes, it's a very orderly
that's
display
why.
of colors. Instead of chaotic, which is just random splotches of color everywhere.
I got it. Sorry, just want to make sure.
I tried to make the colors actually represent what they are. It's like evil is black, good is white, force is neutral is clear because it's not really anything, and then the order and chaos are an orderly pattern versus a chaotic.
Who misspelled gains?
Where?
In addition, the bow games.
Games. Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll fix that.
Bro, games, not games. I'm sorry. I just wanted to point that out.
That's fine. Just I fixed it.
Oh, you doubled the damage on force. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, read them slowly, please.
Force is it becomes 46 and a +1 weapon. That's good.
Yep.
Radiant is a 2d6. Gets the target illuminated until the end of the next turn and illuminates. Thank you. That was what I was wondering. Like, does it make the light?
Yes.
Necrotic is you can't recover hit points, which is also.
You didn't finish reading that one, by the way. There's more to that.
Oh wait, it's also considered direct sunlight for the duration.
Yeah, that's the little bit they add on to make it strong. Now read necrotic.
I think it either has the chill touch or the toll of the dead effect where you can't recover hit points.
Yes, but there's more
Touch.
if you read the next sentence.
Recover hit points equal to the necrotic damage dealt. Nice.
Right, so only the necrotic damage dealt, not the entire damage of the bug. Which is notable.
I mean, it would make sense. Because it's Aetherium, that means you are going to get something back from the necrotic, though.
Right. Now we go to lightning lawful.
2d6 and the target must make a DC 20 con saving throw or become paralyzed until the end of your next turn.
Yep.
Target also can't take reaction until the end of your next. Why is turn time?
Regardless of the Constitution saving throw.
I'm sorry if I'm being nitpicky. I'm just like, wait, what?
End of you. It's done. Oh,
I thought there was an actual concept. Like, I was about to ask, like, Bug, what is a time in D&D?
It's more like a carpet. That's Dr. Who.
No, I consider it's not time. It's a basil.
Yeah. Oh, anyway, finish that one. Psychic outside a bit onto the end too.
Oh. You know, this is starting to remind me of the dragons that does this breath.
Kind of. Either way, now go back to lightning. Because where it says the target also cannot take reactions.
Not take reactions until the end of your next time, regardless of the con saving throw.
So it has the lightning lure effect.
I like that. These basically replicate both the dragon's breath and the cantrips of this kind of method.
I don't really see the dragon breath part of it, but these do replicate a lot of cantrips or low-level spells that correspond to those damage effects. Like Vampiric Touch, or Lightning Lure, or Toll Dead, or Necrotic, not Toll Dead, Chill Touch, and stuff like that.
Makes me actually wonder what the lore in the bow is.
The lore is very interesting, but we'll get to their Swordfish backup character who shows up.
Yeah.
Now
I feel like
psychic.
The thing with the backup characters, even if you don't use it, even if you don't die in time to use the character, they could still be privy to the story.
They still exist in the campaign setting. If you guys ever go to that specific area that they are in, I will have them show up, regardless of whether Sorcerer is a player wants them.
Just thought it'd be fun.
Because I
That's
know
what I
the
mean.
set location on which continent they are on. So.
You just happen to have them show up naturally.
Alright.
2d6. And while the weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. Wait.
Yep, that was always there.
In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. Good thing this is immune to non-magical sleep. No, he's immune to magical sleep.
It's not immune to non-magical sleep.
Immune to both magical and non-magical. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Either way.
The weapon magically... Oh, yeah, I forgot you said it was a weapon of warning.
Yes.
The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range. Any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. In addition, targets hit by the bow must make a DC 20 intelligence saving throw. Be reduced to intelligence of 1 until the end of your next turn. Well, that's a spell effect, but not a cantrip.
Nope, that's Feeble Mind.
Giving any...
It only lasts until the end of the next turn.
These arrows are guaranteed to hit because of Ethereum, though I know that the thing won't trigger.
Yeah, the bow limb effect will only trigger if you actually hit with the arrow. The glancing damage that Ethereum does doesn't count.
I like the fact that it replicates Feeble Mind in this way.
Yeah, I thought, I was like, what intelligence, like, what could I do with Weapon of Warning? I'm like, well, it's psychic damage. Why don't I attack the mind? Well, what's the best thing to attack the mind? Feeble Mind.
So this is the only thing like a dragon, you're right, because this is the Astral Dragon's, one of the 2 breath weapons Astral Dragons can do.
I wasn't even thinking of dragon breaths when I was writing this thing, going to be honest.
Funniest thing is the nickname for the dragon breath of the Astral Dragon is just called the Stranded Breath.
I did think, though, that if you're chaotic and you're in the astral realm, this would be a very great bow for you, just because you can basically shoot an enemy and then reduce their movement speed to 5 feet on their next turn.
Oh, hence the Astral Dragon having the breath weapon specifically called Abandonment Breath or something like that.
Right, but theirs lasts for a very long time. This only lasts for 1 turn. You need to keep that in mind.
Oh, right.
This only lasts for 1 turn, which is why I more meant the whole fighting someone in the astral plane thing. Because that way you're shutting them down for 1 turn. Because you're reducing their movement by so much. And then you can hopefully maneuver away or keep going around them, keep shooting them, keep hitting them, that sort of thing.
Because in that method, once you reduce their intelligence down to 1, what are they logically going to do as their actions, bonus actions, reactions? They can't cast spells.
No, they have the same problems as Feeble Mind, where they can't think straight because they don't do brain good anymore. I dropped something. Yeah, it's like they don't do brain good anymore, so what are they supposed to do?
How much charges does it use to fire an arrow? Oh, wait.
1 charge, and they have 10 charges in the bow. And
So you could have 10?
It regains 1d10 charges at dawn.
Get the straight, you could have 10 psychic arrows.
Basically, keep in mind each arrow will have more than 1 property, so it's not like they'll just be hit by the chaotic arrows. They'll also have on them either a neutral section, a good section, or an evil section. Which do you think of the 3 is the strongest compared with the psychic effect?
It's between lightning and necrotic.
No, lightning doesn't work because it's lawful.
Hey, sorry, necrotic.
You think necrotic damage is... So, chaotic evil, basically.
Because not only do you freaking stupefy them, basically, from Harry Potter, also stop them from healing.
Right, and you drain off of them. personally like Psychic Force, Chaotic Neutral, just because not only are you continually peppering them every turn to keep their movement speed at 5, but you're also slamming them with 66 damage with a higher chance to hit because it's a +1 weapon. That's my thoughts. What are your thoughts?
I really like that.
It also makes sense why I upped the damage on the Force, because everything else got such large upgrades. So, like, I'll just make this thing do more damage, because that seems like a neutral thing to do.
I mean, the other fact that's a +1 weapon. Interesting.
Yeah. Which, if you're true neutral, that means that you have a bow that has an extra an extra 8d6 of force damage, and is a +2 weapon. Which is still good, even at true neutral. Which, for reference, if you handed a baby this bow, that's what their alignment would be.
If you also hit an animal this bow or a plant, they would also be this.
Depending on how sentient the animal or plant is, yes. Because to me, in my head, beings are born true neutral in this campaign anyway.
It's just what I thought for every animal, because, like, animals are animals.
Right, but as I've said before, once you start getting an intelligence of at least 8, or like intelligence of 6 to 8, that's when you start to gain sentience. And when you have an intelligence of 10, you're as smart as a human.
Oh.
Which does affect animals quite a bit, because there's a lot of intelligent animals. So, animal intelligence tends to range, like for base animals, tends to be around intelligence level 2 in D&D.
Just makes you think about how dogs and mastiffs.
Which is why when we did Soul Bonding Companion with Raiju, we made him a 10, because he's as smart as a person.
And right now he has an intelligence of 20.
Well, yes. He's smarter than the average.
He's smarter than the average direwolf. Wait, literally now, is he smarter than most people?
Yogi the direwolf.
This is basically... I like at the joke that Jaden's going with this. It was just going... It's like, at the end of this campaign, Raiju will be some kind of eldritch deity. Watch.
Right, well, I did mention, if you ever go into True Dragon form, you two are fusing together in the True Dragon form.
And I think that's another hint of, I think Flame told me this. One of the things in his campaign, I think one of the patrons is Raiju.
Yes.
And I'm like, I kind of want to have my patron be Raiju.
Who doesn't want to praise our Lord and Savior, Raiju?
He's the holy good boy.
The holy. God damn it.
I'm adding that as a quote, by the way.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Also, I'm making a certain note. What is it? Called again? Alchemist tools. I'm also starting to add a little bit at the end of this when I'm actually doing these now. And the reason why is because I realized when you click on the end of them before to make a new line, it will have the copy to the previous link when you do that, which is not what I want. So I'm going to add a little bit on the end that isn't added as part of the link, so I can click on it and do a new line without being attached.
So I'm so glad that all the character sheets that I made recently got fucked up by this whole entire bug.
Well, I mean, they were unsorted, but like I could just resort them. This bug didn't delete it.
I mean, in terms of, yeah, they didn't get rid of any information, thankfully.
Yeah.
I spent a while crafting Linda. I'm like, what kind of druid would she be? And I'm like, let her be a forest domain, like a forest land.
Yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and read this Elven High Magic thing. I'll see you in a moment.
Oh, I'm working on it. I have started making good headway.
Okay.
So if it's not that much,
one of the oldest traditions in existence by high elves taking none of the least parts instead of working the spells. For centuries of meditation and nature, lead to complex magic seriously instead of taking no magic. Okay, I know what you're referring to. That's a little whatever. We'll clean that up.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying my best.
I know, it's fine.
That's always how I interpret it.
That right now, you don't have to. You can help me with the sorting.
It's always how I interpreted it. You are not taking parts of it. You're instead working in tandem with it.
I know. That's how you internalize it, but that's also not a good way to explain it to someone else.
To be fair, I have a weird way of explaining things. You know this for a fact.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, do you like my way of explaining things?
Ew. Also, what? Whoa. Why are you in here?
What?
I randomly see Revenant.
That was from one of the books that I got, so... Either way, do you want to help me with the organizing then, instead of working on the high elf, so we can work on the thing later?
Yeah. In the meantime, I was also working on Cathangos' parents, since Kayana hinted very much that the mom may or may not still be alive. Like, fine, I'll finish that up.
Okay. Sure, but that means you're probably going to be working on that all straight, knowing you.
No, I'm gonna help you out with that.
Okay. The thing I would want you to help me with is the character sheet. I can do the notes, but can you get and drag the character sheets to the folder?
Oh, yeah.
While I'm working on the notes. Okay. Because that way we're not stepping on each other's toes. And make sure they're character sheets we actually care about and aren't just Eberron sheets. The Eberron ones you can go ahead and delete.
Changing?
What was that?
Changing?
Yeah, like those.
I get to finally get rid of them. Changes to class is definitely ours. Enter creation is theirs.
You can delete all the stuff that you see from Eberron if you would like to.
This word I can't pronounce is theirs. That's airship, carpenter's tools.
The airship trick. Which airship thing?
No, we don't need this. We don't need the carcass's riddle.
Oh. Not.
Oh, that's Cap's airship. It's the famous cause fear here. So what are you, cantrips? I'm gonna do another thing with you. Yes, that cantrip list. I've been doing this anytime I see the word cantrips, just to say it's like, what's this class's cantrips?
Yep. Which
I think it's
you
fair
can
for
go
me
ahead
to
and remove all those because I'm not doing them.
What?
You can go ahead and remove all the ones that are just called cantrips. I'm not doing those anymore. Delete all the other ones first, second, third, fourth, fifth.
You leave the soulbinder.
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Apologies.
Didn't know we were getting rid of the spells. All spells except the custom ones, right?
Yeah, I'm not touching the custom ones, Don't worry.
Are we touching the dragon spells?
No. We are, I'm putting them into my sheets. Putting them into my thing. Remember? I'm currently working on getting skits. That's why I said I want you to just work on the character sheets, mainly. And not look at the other stuff. You agree?
Just making sure.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't delete something you're trying to work on. No worries.
Plateau. Oh god, yeah, I forgot these things have a lot of living items.
And the sooner this is all done, the sooner I can work. Useful information. Where did I put the stuff about the ships? Did I put that in Umber rules? There, yeah.
Umber rules, but it's in many different places.
Oh, I put in. Well, I mean, like, where did I put the general ship stuff before? Because I already put actions in place, and I put in Umber rules. Is where I put it.
Okay. I see crew as part of it.
Yeah, which is what I was just about to put in Umber rules. You should know this.
Yes, shards.
Okay.
City of... This is where you... putting everything in all caps actually does help me.
No.
Because I remember it's like, oh wait, the thing in all caps is ours.
Yeah. Calligraphy tool, extension for
The heck is this?
What?
There's just a bunch of macros randomly.
What do the macros do?
Reading character and character option.
Click through them. Just read. Let's see what it has in it.
These macros are made used by player characters. Oh! I know what this is.
No.
This is basically if you want someone to roll in certain tables,
Oh, cool.
but don't want them to see. For example, the Artificer Experimental Elixirs table.
Ah, okay, cool. Should we implement those?
I mean, it's up to you.
I'm fine with it, but I don't want to put any effort for it right now.
We could just keep it for later.
Yeah, definitely. Cleanest helix we did.
I just like I'm just looking at the map for timeline 2. I'm seeing Linda, Shadow, and everyone else. And then in the background, I just see random commoner.
That's not supposed to be there.
It's just this random commoner. Just like, did she somehow walk into this forest to see this temple?
No.
I was just joking around. It's like, when the fuck did she come in? Wait, please tell me she's actually. Yes.
Hey, I was a new warning question. Have you ever heard about the new OGO? Yes, I have heard about it.
Geo?
The open game, the quote-unquote open game license that D&D.
That thing has been getting too much negative attention, and for good reason.
There's a reason why I'm not talking about it. Because, yeah, it's getting too much attention, and honestly, I wish it just wouldn't happen. But ours is you brought up in chat, so I thought I'd bring it up.
I like how so many people are coming up with nicknames just to not call him Arzadeu, and he just gets mad. I think I literally just called him Azzy.
I call him ours.
Call him Ars, or like Azure, or like Blue.
I used to call him Azure, but I realized it's ours to do.
I can't pronounce his name that much.
Well,
I'm sorry.
then again, his name is
try.
actually Arzadeu, but it's been pronounced as Arzadeu.
I like how he was just like, why can't you learn? I don't speak English as my first language.
Right, and also, it's a made-up word he's trying to have people say.
Call it the closest thing my freaking mind can, like, think of, which is blue, or azure, which is also blue.
Right,
No, I'm not touching the Church of the Silver Flame. Wait.
I need your help. What was the captain's hat in terms of rarity?
That I definitely put down on the rarity table. Hold on. I'm gonna start with rare.
Well,
Right. I was right. It's rare.
Okay. So I'm gonna put into the rare. Got it.
Is a chrono.
Can you hear it's okay, by the way? Ours here.
Blue is here.
Yes, he's in the chat.
I didn't know! I thought you were just randomly talking about, like, oh, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh, wait.
No, he said, morning question, have you heard about the new OGL?
Just don't deal with it after a while, because everyone on YouTube is just freaking out about it, so,
yeah.
Bad and vibes.
As one of my friends pointed out about it, one of my friends from a different server, he pointed out the fact that, hold on, where is the exact thing he said? Also,
You're just gonna give,
Draco Caleb, sorry, go ahead.
You're just gonna give them unwanted attention more.
Okay, can I say my thing? Draco Caleb from Augment's server says, also, it's a common practice that they quote-unquote leak the changes to get people up in arms, and then release something more acceptable than what was linked. Still shitty, but we probably know nothing about the actual OGL upgrade, what it will actually look like. Basically, they release a version that's blatantly terrible, just so that they can release a version that's kind of bad, but people more agree with, as a avenue of having people, quote, putting up the image of, quote, we listen to our fans.
Just giving it too much attention, that's how I view it.
Yes, I know, but do you get my point? Because doesn't seem like it's actually registered to you.
And that's why I ignore it right now.
Right, but do you understand the underhanded tactic I just explained?
It's a very bad tactic, to be fair.
Right, but it's also effective. I almost wonder if a similar thing happened in the Sonic movie.
No.
Like,
that old Sonic legit gave me a nightmare, and I do not know why.
I mean, like, did they release the original Sonic design just to get people to backlash so that they can then release the actual model of it that they had made that people will appreciate a lot more? Just so that they can get people, like, so that they can have people give them props of, like, hey, we actually listened to our fans, and we did a really fast turnaround, even though we already had this model. And we were just waiting.
We already have this model. We already have
or bad reaction to it. Sorry, go ahead.
No, they already have everything prepared at that point.
Right. Well, my idea was that they were just doing the underhanded tactic from the beginning.
So I mean, had everything set up, and then they just had this out, just to say, "Oh no, we learned."
Yep. And thus, scummy tactic.
As I said, humans can be dicks.
Yes. The world is arguably a pretty terrible place when you actually break it down in a lot of cases. But that's politics.
Freaking bear. God damn it, that reminds me of the bear from Undertale.
That's exactly what I'm quoting.
What was the line? If the human enters the water, a skeleton will tell a fish pirate or something like that.
Yep.
That's politics.
Yeah. If a human enters the water, a skeleton will tell the fish pirates. But if a monster enters the human world, they will tell them anything. That's politics. So,
I just like it. It's like, that's basically the summary for Undertale.
It's like one of those videos of like Undertale summarized badly.
So I finally realized what the chronometer is. It took me a while to realize. Yeah, that's part of this orrery.
Yeah, chronometer.
I don't think we need the item for. Just
No.
there.
Though it has been established in lore that Finreal is looking to assemble the orrery world. It does not have all of the parts.
Such a good thing was have the star wheel the whole entire time. Just like I thought it was a pillow.
And yeah, I took it, if you remember. Or rather,
I think he did give it to you. I think he did. Like that's how it went. It's just like I thought it was a pillow, and you're like, Ace Power. It's like, thankless. Why?
And that's also part of what why Finreal got into contact with the Tyramids, in addition to the threat to the multiverse thing. There's also the fact that he thought they may have pieces of the Orrery of Worlds.
I need the Church of the Silver Flame.
What's the Church of the Silver Flame from?
I think it's
Go ahead and read its thing. Let me know.
Silver Flame is a force that holds fiends at bay. Those who seek to defend innocent from evil can draw upon the power of the flame. Every mortal soul can find the light, inspire and guide others to it. Choice behavior forces at last resort. Listen to the voice of the flame, beware of the deceiving whispers of the shadow of the flame. Every Thrain child knows the story of Tira Marone. Centuries ago, one of the ancient and powerful demons chained within the world broke free from its bonds, unleashing terrible suffering of the people of Thrain. This nation would have been destroyed if not for Tira Marone. This paladin was called by the Silver Flame. And battled the mighty fiend. When it became clear that the Overlord cannot be destroyed, Tira gave her life, combining her spirit with the light of the Silver Flame to bind the demon once more. Now Tira serves as the voice of the flame, helping others find light. Anyone who seeks to protect the innocent, battle evil, can draw upon the power of the Silver Flame to aid them, but they must be aware of the shadow in the flame. Demon that still lingers and yearns to trick good people into evil. Pillar of Argent Fire marks a point at Tira's surface. Center of the modern church, the pillar located in the Flame Keep is a manifestation of the Silver Flame, not the source of its power. Church's Templars stand ready to protect the innocent from supernatural threats, battling undead, fiends, and aberrations. Friars and ministers fight evil by doing good, pouring acts of compassion and charity across Corvair. Contrast to the sovereign host, church maintains a defined structure and creed. Archbishops monitor reigns, cardinals lead the church, and ultimate authority is the keeper of the flame, who maintains the front in Flame Keep and communes Tira Marone. Last war had a serious impact on the church. There still respect the keeper, authority over spiritual matters, but the war wasn't about any good or evil. Templars of all nations still joined together to fight demons. No supernatural threat was present. They fought for their own nations. This division allowed cracks to form in the Foundation. In Breland, some priests fell prey to greed or forged ties to criminal organizations. In Ondoer, U.S. function known as the Pure Flame advocates using violence rather than compassion as the primary foot, rooting out evil. And in Thrain, the church has become the ruling body, while still driven by Tira's principles of redemption and sacrifice. Intrusion of politics means that it comes to faith. Sorry.
No, it's fine. What are your thoughts on all of that?
Kind of like it.
Do you want to keep it around? Do you just want to get rid of it? Because clearly not on stuff. Said, do you want to keep it around, or do you want to get rid of it? It's clearly not stuff.
Yeah, it's clearly not. way it's described, I think it's Eberron.
Yes. More than likely it's Eberron, because they talked about the specific place. I also have a question for you about a specific item that I don't know the rarity of now. I guess, and whenever I come across a Zelda item, I'm most likely going to ask you what the rarity is.
Remember, there's a lot of unique ones that we didn't have ready for.
Ceremonial Trident.
Hold on, I'm gonna start with I think it was, and that's rare. Yep, it's rare.
Okay. Then about to get to the word. Oh. Item. Not Hogwarts. Thing, ceremonial. Right. The reason why I always do about it is mainly probably just because of the fact that technically I am a content creator for TV right now. I will say one thing about it. I will only say one last thing about it though, and it's actually something I find funny. Do you know why? Sorry, it's something I won't play. Do you want to hear about it, or would you rather not?
Curious.
So, technically speaking, if that OGL license got released as they printed it in the leak, they would get sued because that's not an open license the way it's worded. So it's actually a falsely labeled license, a contract at that point, not a license.
I fully am aware.
Yeah, so it wouldn't even be an open license at that point, even though they called it that. It would be a contract, and thus they would get sued for the fact that they, one, forcibly pushed people into a contract, and two, openly denied a contract being a contract and falsified what it actually was. So that's a lot of really funny avenues of that it wouldn't even pass even if they tried, unless they completely restructured it and were honest about it, which, I mean, why are they going to be honest about it?
Fair enough.
By the way,
Keeping Daniel's notes.
sorry, go ahead.
Keeping Daniel's notes.
Deimos? Who's Deimos?
Daniel.
Daniel? Oh, no. Give her Daniel. He's not in the campaign anymore. He's not come back, so...
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, he showed absolutely no interest in the campaign. And he dropped out of it before it started. If you remember, he was going to be the ghost of the arena, which is kind of a plot line that got entirely dropped. But it's still technically existing.
Oh.
Do you remember what the Ghost of the Arena plotline was?
Wasn't it the fact that they have amnesia? They know what, like, they fight and they're in the arena, but as for, like, full identity, they don't know who they are.
Right, and also they can only seemingly feel anything during combat. Besides that, they are devoid of all emotion and unable to really speak.
Hurts them to speak, if I remember.
Also, they can write. They can write out in the air with ink to make words appear, but they can't physically speak. Because they actually have a inkling mascot with them, and their blood is made of ink, which is actually the first person to do that. They also had ties to the Void Open, too. As they were the first one to feel a constant pull towards it. But they didn't know why.
it was him, then Cathangus. Try to. Oh wait, we don't touch the dragon. Purisma Fundamentum. No, that's ours. Dragon Adventures ours. The heck is this? Never mind, it's not ours.
Yeah.
Chamber and War.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. I want these together. 3 times.
Oh god.
Okay. Time to move on to feats. All the feats. Wait, I forgot I have separate notes for feats. Yeah.
Dragonsmith feeds. Dran Express. Enterprises, I mean. The hell is a dream? Oh, it's a city. It's kind of also therapeutic deleting a lot of this clutter.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't do it last night was I was waiting for the go-ahead.
Also, evidently, I wasn't paying attention to the chat enough, and ours you asked that evidently like half an hour ago. And, because I'm not used to people talking in the chat, which I appreciate people talking in the chat, but I'm just not used to it.
Huh, it's another macros thing. Oh no, it's this, this one's useless, actually. Never mind.
Yeah, lots of them.
Macros for Dungeon Master. I'm like, oh, this could be useful. And then I'm like, it's useful if you're doing an Eberron campaign, unlike the last one.
I like how there's a misspelled thing listed out.
Is there?
Look just below where the characters folder is now.
Is.
Yeah.
If I'm right, this is also important. Why is there one note that just says DDD? Why?
Oh no. Is there anything you want to talk about or do?
Not really.
I have nothing else to talk about.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for not talking much. I was just...
You're fine. We're about an hour and a half into this. So.
Ready?
Yeah. Time flies. It's already an hour and a half.
So Dragon Shards is a thing. I forgot the Dragon Shards is a thing.
Yeah.
Actually, this
Eberron is where things like the Aberrant Dragon Mark come from.
Yeah, this actually could be useful if we want to keep it.
What's Dragon Shards thing talking about?
Dragon Shards aren't magic themselves, but crystals imbued with magical energy. They play a vital role in the creation of magic items, the performance of certain rituals in Eberron.
What do they do to magic items?
They help create them.
Yeah, but how?
Oh, okay. They help bind them with magic. That's what it means.
Okay, sure. Um, I don't. Since a lot of that gets hand waved in my campaign, I don't know if that's relevant here. Other than using draconic parts in things, which, yeah, but that's something that's always the case anyway.
And the only thing I was mentioning with that is Cathangus did get 2 of them, if I remember.
You got the common magic item, the one that is a book.
Yeah, his mom's one.
Right, one of them is his mom's. But my point is, it's not what these are talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna just remove them then.
Yeah. Everything that's covered there is already covered in Draconic Gear as well as a different note. I can't remember what the name is.
I not duplicate Dura.
Dura.
I don't know what you are, but I don't want 2 of you.
You want 3? Or maybe 4? Or 5? Or 6?
I'm noticing that is getting rid of all these is improving some performance.
Why did that make me... yes, it started in a group performance. Also, why did that make me think of the freaking Johnny Test line from the Agents? Do you remember the Agents for Johnny Test? Did you ever see the show Johnny Test?
Yes.
Okay, you remember the Agents of Johnny Test? Their hilarity? For some reason that made me think of the line of, like, Johnny Test, where one of them asked Johnny, "Why are you resisting a police officer?" And Johnny Test said, "Why are you 2 police officers?" And the other guy said, "I blew up Malaysia."
Yes.
I forgot about that line. Why did I think of that suddenly from what you said?
I blew up Malaysia.
No, Malaysia. Which is a real country. It's an entire country. I think it's...
Dynamite, come back to my... Dynamite I know of. Why don't I remember Dynamite? Why isn't that on my list?
I don't know why Dynamite isn't on your list.
Because I know for a fact I've gotten one. In fact, I've cheered when I gotten 3. And then you're like, this'll do too much damage.
But it's fine, because, I mean... I know you're responsible with it.
What was the thing I joked of, like, throwing at someone and then just breathing, like, using a fire spell on it to kind of speed up the explosion?
Right.
And I remember your exact reaction was just like, I will probably allow it?
Right. I said I would probably allow it, but it wouldn't affect anything. Because the time until explosion is almost entirely determined by the length of the fuse, which you can already control anyway.
Yeah.
So all this would be doing is the equivalent of storing it with a short fuse. Or the explosive is impact-based, in which that wouldn't affect it at all, really, other than maybe causing the impact to go off sooner, which usually defeats the point. Either way, I don't think it would affect anything, but I would allow it.
Is Earth associated with yellow?
No idea. What things associated with what are numbers? I don't know. They're random sometimes.
I was just thinking out loud, I'm sorry.
Now I get to go into something I haven't gone into in a while, and that is the material thing. Cool. It's been a while since I've gone there. We got to more, right?
Yes, enter Flabbergast.
Oh, that reminds me. You know what we never added into Chloroquine? The leaf crystal thing, remember?
Right!
You want to add
Thing just has
crystal
to
one from Terraria. Which...
Get rid of you.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to get rid of where it says episode conclusion.
Are you still interested, Maria? Okay. You just seem very busy.
Yes, I am. I mean, any will from it.
Circle of the Hybrid. Is this one of ours?
This is mine.
Okay. So I think I'll just add it as is then.
Did
Do
a
you
lot
want
of
me
work
to
on it.
review it or just add it?
You already reviewed it?
What?
I'm okay with you reviewing it again, but I remember you spending a lot of time reviewing it, and that's why we have like different version.
I vaguely remember that. I didn't really fully remember that for a while.
Everyday magic items. Is this ever useful?
Oh, I do have a plan, by the way. When certain people are going to show up in the campaign. For example, I do have a plan for a Space Marine to show up at one point in the campaign.
It's gonna be weird when Gathangos has the like Canis Helix in a Space Marine shows up, just like you know, I don't think they could tell.
Depends on Space Marine, depends on the disposition, also depends on the context. In this case, I'll give you a hint. The Void Ocean is full of many strange things and breaks time in a lot of ways.
You say that, but everyone's strange in this campaign.
I know, but like for example, two plans I have to be random encounters at some point in the Void Ocean is you guys fighting a dozer from Jaden's campaign. Like using the stat block from Jaden's campaign in this one to just have you guys fight a full powered dozer.
Oh, it's gonna be fun to take it out.
And then the other one is a Space Marine. Or maybe even not just one, but a Space Marine tactical squad.
God.
Which does lead to an interesting question on who would win in a one-on-one. A Space Marine versus a dozer.
I think now I understand where the freaking Canis Helix came from.
Yep.
Now I remember it's like, oh no, they don't exist much on the world of Kishraka. And then I'm like, they're everywhere in this one place. Of course they're not Kishraka, they're in the freaking Shadowfell.
Right. They exist somewhere in the multiverse, which, if you remember, the Shadowfell connects to every version of the universe, implying that it even connects to versions that are extremely different than Kishraka normally is. Like, for example, versions of Kishraka that is a full sci-fi setting.
Huh. Should we have creating common magic items as the thing?
What?
Oh, I know where these things are from. This is from Eberron. Creating common magic items.
That's from Eberron, and that's rules that they use. You can read them if you want, but I'm not likely to use them.
Okay. The only thing that I like from there is you could just randomly accidental yourself to creating a dead magic zone.
That is funny. That is funny.
Oh no, I messed up with magic, and now the area around me has no magic.
It's like, what happened? There was an accident. I broke magic for a bit.
Oh, this sounds like something that would happen to Cathanglis.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not getting rid of this. Almost deleted for weapon and armor rolling, and I'm like, nope. I took way too long for this.
Keep that. That's mine. Yeah, this
Exhaustion. I got rid of exhaustion. Where is, you don't have a roll for exhaustion, right?
Yes.
Goodness, because I worried that we accidentally got rid of one of mine. I got rid of one of ours. heck is a Fargear? Oh, again, Warrior the Wanderer. Should just assume at this point.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. My laptop crashed.
I was also talking and my microphone shut off.
I'm sorry. I didn't know what happened.
It's not your fault, though. It's messed up our Discord images on the stream. Let's see if I can get them fixed.
I honestly don't know why I decided to go. I'm gonna just crash.
I don't know why either. Oh, hey, it seems to have fixed itself, I think. Oh, it's not lighting up for us anymore, probably. So we're just going to be two people sitting here that aren't being lit up.
I don't mind not being lit.
Yep. Either way. So, as I was saying before, don't mind me what I'm doing currently. It's just souping up a magic item.
I mean, I can help you with that if you want.
So the Cloak of the Silver Dragon is one of those magic items that has that was very rare and also has kind of, in my opinion, an underwhelming effect. So I made an improved version of it. Go ahead and read what this version does, and let me know if you feel this is deserving of a very rare magic item.
Give me a moment. Cloak. Wait, you... I forgot it would be in items. I'm sorry.
No, it's not in there yet. Oh. It's just below the character folder.
Hey.
It's right above Cobbler's Tools. Extended uses.
Thank you. After from the head of a dragon, this beautiful silver cloak glistens under moonlight is visibly fit for royalty. Wearing this cloak, your charisma score increases by 2 to a maximum 22. Additionally, this cloak has all benefits of draconic gear and confers those benefits onto you as if it was draconic gear armor. Using a bonus action, you may use the command word of the cloak to fly momentarily. When activated, you gain a flying speed of 120.
Keep reading.
And it won't last until the end of your turn. If you end your turn in the air, you immediately chop down to the ground and take falling damage as normal. No.
Yeah.
I mean, increasing your charisma is nice, The flight is nice, but I can name some items that are rare and does the same thing.
True, but the draconic gear is something to consider as well. Which, if you don't know, what silver draconic armor would do is, it would make you entirely immune to cold damage. It would give you a +2 to your AC. And, in addition, you would have advantage against saving throws and frightful presence, as well as breath weapons from that corresponding dragon type. Oh, sorry. Yeah. In addition, you have advantage in saving throws against the frightful presence and breath weapons of dragons. Here. So, you would have advantage against dragons, basically, as well as, +2 to your AC, immunity to cold damage, and then there's the flight speed and the charisma boost.
Wait, you have resistance to dragon breath.
No, not resistance to the damage, but you have you have advantage on the saving throw.
I still feel like it needs a little bit of tweaking to be a good rare, very rare, if you know what I mean.
I will counter that with +2 armor is already rare.
True. I just think it's visible for royalty. What is the point of saying it's visible? It's visibly fit for royalty.
That was from the original flavor text, I think.
Oh, I know. It shows that through the charisma. Never mind.
Yeah. Remember, by the way, Hoonary has this.
Oh.
Because, specifically, this was given to Hoonary by his mother, and is specifically made out of the scales and cloak of his father.
Right. It's Brishnox.
Yeah. Which, well, whenever Hoonary comes back from campaign, if ever, that will be relevant. Though, if he does come back in the campaign, there will be a pretty interesting thing going on. And do you know what that is?
What?
You'd be the only member of Timeline 1 not trapped in the Void Ocean pretty soon.
I say trapped, I say excited to be there.
I say trapped because you're unable to leave.
I just like how that's how Cathay doesn't rationalize. Like, you say trapped, I say excited to be there.
For reference, the only times that you have ever left that place is when you were magically shunted out due to being killed. Those are the only times anyone's ever left. And even then, those are arguably flukes.
Oh no!
Though you have noticed there is a weird thing going on where people that die aren't fully dying, but they still have the lasting effects on them. For example, the oil can got completely shattered, and then appeared next to you and Sortu, but it still had the corruption level, even though it was brought back.
Oh no, I noticed that, and I noticed that with the spiders as well.
Yeah. But given the fact that Raiju didn't die, that's why it didn't happen to him.
Oh no, Raiju is yet to come back. Also, I feel like, does the Ethereum itself, being part of Raiju, have him, like, being immune to corruption or no?
It does, yes. You said that in the second directly.
I'm sorry, I thought I did it.
You did. I said, and all of you are affected by a level of corruption. He goes, Raiju is immune. I said, yes, but not the other two.
What's the moment like, fuck.
Yeah, you actually said it 3 times in the thing. It's like, but I'm immune. I said, yes, but not the others.
I'm sorry for being annoying with that.
It's fine. It's just whenever I bring up corruption, you always feel the need to say, but I'm immune because of a theory.
I'm not used to caring for 2 others.
Yeah. Well, now you have to care. Plus, it's not even like you're removed from the main group in Timeline 1, because you still got your statues and your gold there.
Statues will have fun learning.
Yep. Plus 2 AC, unity to cold damage. Advantage.
Also, the statues do get another advantage in learning, and that's they don't need sleep.
Against.
What are you? I read you as Siberia. God damn it.
I'm gonna add actually another capability on future content.
Oh?
It would also give you advantage on saving throws against either dragon spells or spells cast by dragons.
I think Cathangos has black draconic gear. Yes, he does. It's from his old self.
Okay, but think about what I said.
Wait. Hold on. You actually made me realize. Why would it do that, knowing the weave?
Because you have dragon parts on you, so it's somewhat considering you a dragon, and dragons uniformly have magic resistance.
Oh, so it tricks the weave.
Yeah. In particular, though, this is important because spells cast by dragons are covered, and half dragons are still dragons, according to that. So, any spells that you cast on someone that's wearing draconic gear, they have advantage on the saving throws.
I mean, now I have to remember that Cathangos has draconic gear.
Well, yes, but
Wait.
I think you should more focus on the fact that now your enemies have protection against you.
Oh God!
That's more what I was trying to get you to realize, not, oh hey, you have more toys.
I'm sorry, it took me a while, and I'm like, oh wait, this is bad and good and bad.
Yeah. I also think you should look at rewriting Draconic Gear. No.
Fishbowl Tavern!
It's a giant man. Not your fault, by the way. In case you're blaming yourself for this, it's not.
Oh no, I'm not blaming myself.
What was this thing called? I don't know why the search function isn't usable by non-DMs.
I feel like it should be usable by non-DMs.
Lots of people think it should, but no one, but it's just not, and the designers have said before they never plan on making it usable by non-DMs. Or GMs. Have you heard about that thing, by the way, where a lot of people are calling themselves GMs now instead of DMs?
What's the difference?
A GM is a game master, DM is a dungeon master. And the difference is DM is a copyrighted term by which it goes. GM is not.
Oh, interesting.
So people are calling themselves GMs to get out of the whole open license thing. Which is actually why I titled the stream GM Prep Time instead of DM Prep Time. Because, yeah, I mean, they mean virtually the same thing, but one is a copyrighted term and the other is not.
There you are. Now we changed foresight for the better.
I remember.
Game settings. Is
there a lot of game settings?
There's a lot of game settings, like, no. Oh, yes, generic NPCs. Thank you for telling me they're presented in alphabetical order, because it's not in any folder. Ringo's like, when you look at this folder, You could tell which ones are generic because they're alphabetized in this folder. Thanks for helping.
Right? Thanks for helping. You messed up my folder. What are you talking about?
I think it's a lot of the things that tried to create folders because there's a lot that said in this folder that I didn't see in other notes. So I think it was a case of like they tried to create folders and it counteracted with our folders, so it's just like mass deletion of folders.
All right.
Glamour Weave is. Oh yeah, we talked about Glamour Weave. Glass Jeweler's Eye. Do we not have Glass Jeweler's Eye as an? It's
I
one
will
of the
say,
roller
by the
coasters.
way, Moonrake's plot line is not actually stopped. It will continue when he comes back. I hope he does.
Ooh. I'm not rushing. I know he has time.
I'm not rushing either. Though I will say, given how much downtime there will be some development in his plotline when he comes back.
Oh?
Well, if you remember, one of the things that was in his plot was that if you guys ever make it back to the Dragon Continent, his mother had some gifts for him and the others.
Yeah, which I talked about that. I don't think we can, like...
And
Is there
one
a
of
like,
those
oh, we
gifts... Sorry, go ahead.
Well, like, I remember Zogar's like, oh, now we can have gifts. I'm like, is that really all you care about with Hunari leaving?
Right. One of those he's definitely going to have, which is that by this point in the campaign, presumably if he's gotten home, that means Karsoka has probably gotten the Coil of Potential already. Coil of Draconic Potential.
Ooh.
Which, if you remember, the Coil of Draconic Potential allows him to walk around as an adult dragon.
Interesting.
Yeah. And there'll be a bunch of other fun stuff. He'll be scaled up so that he's more or less even with the party when he eventually comes back.
Oh, great. The handouts start. Can I mass delete? No.
No, unfortunately. You have
Wait.
to hand delete everything. Everything?
Everything.
That's a reference to DPU. I like how here it's just, I have it labeled as Coil Potential, but in my thing it's actually labeled Coil Draconic Potential. Like, why did
That's
I do
nice.
that?
I wish I could mass delete you all.
Oh, trust me, I wish I could say it.
I forgot handouts are one of the most biggest obstacles I had here. And then it goes to the newspaper.
Newspaper.
Like, it's okay to have a handout on everything, but just why?
If you want to take a small break, play some chess.
I'm good. I don't want broccoli. Get rid of the handout on broccoli.
Oh, right, this is out. Okay. Just like there, I was about to delete something because it was Everon, because the picture is too good. It's like, wait a minute, no. This is our...
No, I
because
just
Angle
find good
found a
pictures.
picture. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, no, I just find good pictures.
Yeah, it was the College of Swords / Valor Bard.
You think that was the one I, like, asked if it's good, and you're like, yeah, that's good.
Combining the two together actually makes them worthwhile, yes. Also, I have been thinking of a revolutionary idea for subclasses.
I've found a lot of good subclasses.
I know, but I had a revolutionary idea for subclasses as a concept in general.
Oh?
What if there? What if you at one point just made it so that you could take a subclass with any class? Like, what if all subclasses were no longer tied to specific classes? You wouldn't change any of the mechanics. So, for example, there are still some Druid subclasses that only affect Wild Shape, for example. And so taking them as a fighter wouldn't give you much benefit. But you technically could. Because it's not like it would give you the main class feature. It would just augment the ones that you don't have. But, like, for example, what if you could be a College of Swords fighter?
So what if I could become an alchemist artificer without becoming an artificer? Would that give me the artificer benefits?
No, it would just give you the alchemist benefits.
Oh, so I still can't do the things the artificers can, and I can't be likely for the boons the artificers get.
So if you went for example, Wizard Alchemist, you would have the Wizard class features as well as the Alchemist subclass features. But you wouldn't gain any of the other Artificer abilities. Meaning you wouldn't be able to make experimental elixirs, I don't think, because don't those require confusions? I don't
Maybe.
remember.
I know there are some people that are trying to tweak it by making a wizard of a artificer. Just weird. There's one that almost did it.
By the way,
Making
you get my point though.
Yes. Should I keep the Faerun map?
Up to you.
Is it good?
Oh, that does remind me of something else you could do. After you do that sort of stuff, if you wanted, is just going through all the maps that we have and just completing the ones we don't want to read. That's
I mean,
something else
there,
need to
once
do
again, I did add a chessboard map.
Well, yeah, there's like several dozen maps added in by other properties that we just don't need.
You mean like the token things?
I mean, like the Strixhaven campus maps.
Hey, you don't know. We can need those.
When are we going to Strixhaven? It doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, just in case.
I mean, okay, maybe. But when are we going to use the Eberron battle map?
No, I don't see purpose in those. For example, I don't see purpose in where it shows all the tokens.
Right. Me neither.
This is just therapeutic for me. You go mass deletion.
There is no master.
What I mean is this just therapeutic for me to just like delete all the clutter.
Yeah, which is part of why I'm going to be doing this.
The heck is a gibbering? Oh, I remember what a gibbering mouther is.
Yeah, keep the Gibbering Mouther one, because that one I'm going to actually use. Though, wait, is it the character sheet or is it just the handout?
And
Then delete the handout. I'm not going to use the handout.
it looks oddly not creepy, but creepy at the same time. I don't know how I feel with this. Oh great, and we have double the handouts for some.
Yeah. Refuse Also, I had to scroll all the way to the bottom for an archive thing. I'm going to work from the bottom.
I'm trying my best. I'm clearing a not rapid rate, but still.
No, it's okay.
Why is there a handout hellhound and then a handout hellhound?
Delete them both. Also, what the hell is brackets? Oh, lizard folk. Okay, no, delete it. Don't need lizard folk.
I mean, I made a good background race for nomadic gnolls, which actually is interesting. It does mean that we can actually, if we ever go to Drakenheim, make good rat folk and good gnolls. Right. I know those are two important forces in there.
But there is no good gnolls or good rat folk in Drakenheim.
What the hell is a jackalware? Oh, it's a lycanthrope jackal. Got it.
Basically what that weird imagine would be, yes.
Jim, dark magic, Jim in disguise. I like how there's an intense name for something and it's just a potted plant.
Jim, the potted plant.
That's Kahartikir Ichtord. And it's just a potted plant. Oh, that felt weird. I haven't spoken Latin in a long time.
I didn't even know that was Latin.
That was Latin.
Okay. Like double spell. I also added in this thing for 10 double spells because technically move mountains on our list.
I mean, I can find more. I technically have a list of epic spells.
You're on therapeutic deleting duty.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I mean, it did actually the videos they actually told me is there is a good lich in the universe, which is interesting.
There is multiple, yes. In fact, the Elven High Magic can get you a certain piece of high magic that lets you turn into a good lich. And we've also seen what the good lich equivalent is for dragons. Which is the
Which ironically, of all people, Dracul is ending up about to be.
When he becomes a true dragon, he'll become a hollow one, yes. Also, you'll want to know an interesting thing about what's going to happen with you when you become a hollow dragon.
What?
You're going to regain normal blood again.
Oh, that's going to be weird that I have Aetherium and normal blood in me.
It would be weird, especially considering you will lose your immunity to exhaustion.
Oh.
Because you'll be a flesh and blood creature again, instead of basically a construct, which is what you currently
are. I like how I've hidden. Oh, Monodrone! Monodrone! Hi, I forgot you were a thing.
I will be right back. I'm going to grab a snack before Dad moves the fridge. He's going to be moving the fridge today.
Na, 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 na.
I am back.
Come back.
The fan on the computer too loud, by the way.
No.
Okay. I just asked. I noticed my circle is constantly green now.
And there we go. All the handouts gone.
Yay!
Whew. Should I keep the help dungeon alchemist importer?
Yes. Keep that one.
Gotcha. Not touching that one.
Okay.
You need the history of Eberron?
Oh. I have a giant pile of...
Do you even need the history of Eberron?
No. I mean, you can read it if you want to because of your whole... You like reading about the history of worlds thing, but I don't need it.
An enclave, get rid of. What's agent background? We already have this?
On Wikidoc, yes.
Oh, this is it being officially saying we are officially here. Gotcha. I'm gonna argue something, Bug, by the way.
Oh?
Is you saying you could take any subclass no matter what class? Could that mean you could anyone can like do the circles in not circles, Blood Hunter subclasses?
Yeah.
Would they get those benefits since they're not technically tied to Hemocraft?
They would not gain a Hemocraft die. No.
As long as it doesn't talk about the Hemocraft die.
So any benefit that doesn't interact with the Hemocraft die in any way will function normally, but you would need a Hemocraft die to get any of the Hemocraft effects going. Just like, for example, the fortified wild shape effect from Circle of the Lycan Druid doesn't do anything if you don't have wild shape.
I actually have another question then.
What?
Hemomancy Sorcerer. If I take that, I have a Hemocraft die. Then can I take the Blood Hunter subclass?
Yes.
So it's gonna use the Sorcerer thing instead, though.
It's still, you gain the Hemocraft die. It's still the same kind of die.
Oh, I just don't use the like level 20 abilities, which is like the ultimate power things.
Yeah. Also, if you'd be okay with you, I'd actually like to call the stream a little early.
Yeah, I just want to work on the high elf magic.
Yeah. Because right now, I mean, I can continue the stream, but I actually just kind of want to eat, and I don't really see ourselves doing much of anything other than just sitting here semi-silently organizing, and we can do that off.
And besides that, talk about the high elf magic.
Right, well, yeah, but given what we're currently doing, I didn't know if we were going to end up getting to that today. Do you want to get to that today? Because we need to stop what we're currently doing.
I mean, I would like to, but if it's gonna like mess you up, then no.
I would like to put it out till tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll get to it tomorrow. For now, thank you everyone for watching, if indeed you still are. And I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye!